Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be seeing input and output. Now, what do you mean by output? Anything that you want to be displayed onto the screen. We do this by using the print function. Now, if you want a sentence to be passed, you enclose it in double quotes and say, now you can see the output. This is the output that's displayed on the screen. Another thing you can do is store it in a variable. Now you don't have to enclose the variable in double quotes, you can just pass the variable as a parameter to the print function. For example, print x, you can see the output. Now this is all about output. Now we see the input function. The input function is where you have to enter something to the code. We do that by declaring a variable and using the input function. Now you can see it's blinking, which means it needs an input. You can type anything. Now if I print the variable that I stored my input in, it says hi. What do you pass as a parameter to the input function, as in within these parentheses? The parameter you pass is whatever message you want to display that tells the user what kind of input or what input they want to enter. For example, I want them to enter a number between 5 and 10. So I type that. Since it's a sentence, it's a string, so you enclose it in single or double quotes. Enter a number between 5 and 10. Click enter. You can see the message that's being displayed, and I enter 5. It's a little unclear. I will do it again. If you put /n, which is \n, it tells the system to move on to a new line. So you enter input in the next line, not in the same line. You can notice how it says 105 because I entered 5 as an input. So I enter it. Now it's asking me in a new line. I enter 5. Now if I print the variable I stored it in, it says 5. Now the last thing we're going to see is typecasting. So even if you enter a number or a float or anything using the input function, the type it's going to be stored in as is a string. So last time we saw the type function. So I entered 5 there, the variable hi. You can see it's str, which means string. It's not an integer, it's a string. So what do we do if we want a particular data type as input? Now I do the same thing, enter a number between 5 and 10, but I make it an integer value. To do that, I type data is equal to, data is the name of the variable, whatever data type you want it in, then input function, enter number between 5 and 10 /n because we want it in the next line. Enter. So I enter 5. Now if we check the data type of the input that we type now, I stored it in the variable named data. You can see it's class int, which means integer. Now the same thing you can do if you want a float value, you replace float. You replace int by float, 5. Now we check the data type. It's float. Same thing with any data type. Suppose you want a string. Well, the default data type is string, so many people don't use that. So we use list. Now we open it. Class list. Set. It's of type set. So this is about input, output, and typecasting. See you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.